This is Carl White with Life in Charlotte. I'm at the Wesin Uptown Charlotte Hotel. I'm here with Dr. Sergei Khrushchev, who's just spoken for the World Affairis Council Luncheon here in Charlotte. Dr. Khrushchev, welcome to Charlotte.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very pleasant to me to be here.
Dr. Khrushchev, you have a wonderful position on many things after written 250 books now.
Oh, it was book, articles, and all other things. Really, I wrote 3 big books on the Russian history and my father. I just finished last book, that means 10 days ago. It is about reforms in the Soviet Union on my father's time, what was accomplished, was not accomplished. And first book that I wrote, Khrushchev on Khrushchev, was my pure memoirs about retirement of my father. Second book was about security, military, all others, what was secret there. This is about economy. So you can use much more information, and also it was many archival materials that just became available. So I have many new findings there. It's difficult. It's difficult to live in Buckingham Palace, in White House, the same difficult live there, because your parents all the time saying, don't forget that you're Khrushchev's son, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. If you'll do this, you'll be like Vasily Stalin, son of Stalin. It was one of the worst examples. And same time, as my father told, you have to remember that I am Khrushchev, not you. So I'm proud of my father that he worked in the interest of the ordinary people. They brought them home, they brought them better life, enough food, apartments, shelters. Not everything was accomplished. Many things were destroyed after him, and it is sad for me, but what we can do? If we talk about current crisis, it was unexpected, it was expected, because we're living not in the extreme. Extreme is the free economy of the Adam Smith, or it was state economy like in Soviet Union, but in between it is moving from one side to the another, from the Keynesian, more state regulation economy to the more free market. And now we are just on that side that start moving at time of Reagan, when we need more deregulation. And now we found this level of deregulations, we're facing big troubles. We need set of rules additional to that we have. And I hope that we will go through this crisis. Unfortunately, it will take time. When we talk about this, most important in the diplomacy, or even the goal of diplomacy, is negotiations. And negotiations not with your friends who agree with you. It's the easiest way, because you don't need any negotiation with them. You have to negotiate with your opponents. Because if you feel yourself strong, and if you yourself believe what you are saying, you have to convince them without any conditions. You can go to them and say, let's discuss. What my father taught me all the time, if you have relations with other countries, you can influence them. If you cut these relations, you will not influence them. Russia and Ukraine, they have their problems, because Russia have this nostalgia, imperial nostalgia, that Ukraine was still part of Russia. This will go on for some time, because we're exaggerating our role. We're thinking that all Ukrainian politics is about West, or pro-American, or pro-Russian. That is wrong. They're not pro-Russian, they're not pro-American, they're pro-Ukrainian. The Ukrainians will decide themselves when or will they want to join NATO or not. Because now, as I know from Ukrainian polls, 70–75% of Ukrainians against NATO. In Georgia and other post-Soviet republics, 80% pro-NATO. You cannot bring this country to the NATO again, they will. All the Russian-American trade, about $3 billion, 2 times smaller than the trade with China, and mostly it is United States buying oil and gas from Sakhalin Island. So most of these things is just in the security. How these two nuclear power can still work for the peace in the world. And I think that the best way is not to irritate each other, not to look to the opposite side is some bad guy that doing something different, because it is nothing good, no good, it is no bad. We have national interests of the United States, how our leadership understand them. We have the national interests of Russia, how Russian leadership understand them. Let's negotiate them and bring them as close to each other as possible. You never merge them because different countries. It is the basic rule of the international relations, bargaining. You have to bargain. It is very important when you are bringing youth into the politics. What I'm saying in my first class to my students, you are that people who will rule this country in 20 years. So you have know how to do it. So I think that if these people coming earlier there, they have more experience. I am also will quote my father. He told the best age to be in the highest position, it is your 40s. Because in your 40s, you're thinking about your future of your country, and when you're becoming older, that time it only your 60s, you're more thinking about hospital. So it's good that the youth will be involved in the politics.